This is one of the most brutal steps. Highlight skills, projects, and achievements. The second most important point here is join LinkedIn groups and attend webinars. They will realize that you are someone who is speaking from experience. You can follow some really good people on LinkedIn. So hello friends, my name is Aditya Jain, and today I welcome you all to this very interesting topic which is very much in demand. So we have been observing your queries and we came across a query that we found is actually the need of the hour, because the placement season is near and all of us are targeting for the best we can do. So for the very same reason, I have brought this session for you so that you can have a complete end-to-end guide about how to crack an off-campus interview. Okay. So today's session is completely practical. It is completely based on practical understanding of the things, and it is completely based on some realistic strategies that will help you crack the best possible placement off campus. Okay, so as the topic suggests, how to crack off campus placements. The reason we came up with this topic is because we understand our audience. We know that most of our audience is from tier 3 and tier 2 colleges. And my dear friends, I have been a part of such a college, okay? And I understand that we are not having good placement opportunities at our current colleges. And for the same reason, I have brought this session for you so that you can now crack the best possible job, okay? Even if the company doesn't visit your college, that's not a concern, because as I said, all we need to do is we need to just try our best and crack the off-campus interviews. Because once we are prepared for the off-campus interviews, it doesn't matter which college we belong to. It doesn't matter which companies visit our college, because ultimately now we are becoming skilled enough to reach out to the dream companies, okay? And there are lots and lots of success stories. I myself have cracked lots of off-campus interviews when I was in a tier 3 college. Later on, I gave GATE exam. I secured All India rank 60 in that. And via that, I went to IIT Bombay for my masters. And once I went to IIT Bombay, actually there was no need to try any off-campus rounds, okay? But yeah, when I was in tier 2 college or tier 3 college, I would categorize that as tier 2 maybe, I had very less opportunities, and I tried for off-campus and I had good off-campus interviews as well. Okay, so let's talk about what should be the strategy. So the very first filter, the topmost filter whenever you want to apply for any off-campus interview is resume. Okay, believe it or not, resume is the topmost layer that is part of the funnel using which you can enter any company. So it makes it very necessary to have a well formatted resume which can help you get into the right company. But let me tell you that although it sounds easy, this is one of the most brutal steps. Like, I have performed some analysis and I came to know that almost lots and lots of resumes are filtered at the first level itself. Okay, so first thing, keep your resume concise. One page is preferred. So depending on which college you belong to, so when I was in bachelor's BTech, I had a one-page resume. But when I went for MTech, I published lots of research papers, I did lots of projects, I had lots of skills. So that's why my resume was two-page resume. Okay, so depending on which college you are from, depending on which position you are at, you need to decide. But for a college graduate or for a third year student, second year student, one page resume is more than enough. Okay, because we don't have to put everything, we just have to put some highlights, some most important factors that we want the interviewer to consider about ourselves. Okay, highlight skills, projects, and achievements. Skills, projects, and achievements. Okay, lots of students fill the resume with your past data, like your 12th marks, 10th marks, your residential address. These are fine if you just want to fill the page, but these will not add any lot of value. Okay, your residential address will not add any value to your resume. What will actually add value to your resume is your projects, your skills, your achievements. That will help you stand out among the herd. Okay, and that's what the interviewers are looking for. So they are looking for what differentiates you from the rest of the herd, and that's exactly what you need to answer when you are making this resume. Okay, and finally, customize your resume for each job application. Okay, so depending on what type of job you are applying for, you should update your resume accordingly. I'll give you an example. Okay, so when I was at IIT Bombay, I actually created around 8 resumes. 8. Okay, every resume had some purpose, some separate purpose. Okay, so I used to upload data analytics or data science related resume for a data science role or a data analytics role, and I used to prefer one page resume for companies who have mentioned one page preferred. For research oriented companies, I used to put my project work or research work at the top. For software developer based roles, I used to put my software developer related work, Android app related work, website related work, and I used to put my research work on the downside. So are you understanding how many customizations I have created? 8 resumes. Okay, out of that 3 were one pager and remaining 5 were 2-page resumes. And depending on what is the best fit for that company, I used to submit my resume accordingly. For example, if you are applying for internship at Amazon and in past you have participated in some hackathon of Amazon, even online, it's fine. So you shall highlight that point. Okay, because now you are applying to Amazon and you have something relevant that would add a lot of value to Amazon. Okay, then you are applying to Google. So you have to put those projects which are very much relevant to Google on the top. So that's how you need to decide, my friends. I have done the same and it added a lot of value to me. Okay, so because it also eases down the process for the interviewer. Okay, so I hope that you are understanding this point and I hope that you will make the best out of it. Okay, proceeding ahead, identify the in-demand skills. So the next thing that we need to keep a track of is skill development. We need to have the right set of skills. Skill development is mandatory. Okay, so identify in-demand skills for your field. So if you are working in data science, you know that ChatGPT AI is must. You should have knowledge about LLMs. Okay, that's a basic necessity at current stage. But if you are applying for software developer related roles, you should have the idea about JavaScript. You should have the idea about Node.js, AngularJS. Okay, if you are applying for web development or if you are applying for Python related roles, you should have very strong hold over Python. So depending on which job role you are applying for, you should have the skills and certifications accordingly. If you are applying for data analytics related role, you should have knowledge about Python, SQL, NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn. These should be on your fingertips. You should be very much clear with these concepts. Okay, learn and practice them. So you need to learn and practice them. Okay, as simple as that, because none of you would remember these things unless and until you practice. That's the law of the nature. Okay, even if I don't study something for months, I might not remember them that well. Okay, so it's not about you or me, it's about the general mentality, the general human nature. Okay, so please make sure that you keep practicing your skills, you keep using your skills in day-to-day work, so that you are always on track with them. Okay, the third important point is work on real world projects and contribute to open source. Okay, so you need to work on some real world projects that add a lot of value to the community, that is solving a real problem. Okay, and at the same time, you should contribute to open source. Now what do I mean by open source? So there are lots of initiatives by Google. There are lots of initiatives by OpenSea. Okay, so these create some contests in which you can contribute. Okay, yani you might have heard of Google Summer of Code, right? Google GSOC, Google Summer of Code. Okay, so all these things add a lot and lot of value to your resume. Okay, at the same time, they help you work for a real life project, for a project that is very relevant to the requirements of the people. And these type of projects will help you stand out among the herd, because once you have contributed to open source work, okay, your resume is very much preferred by the companies. First of all, because very few people do all these things. Everyone will hear, okay, many of you will listen to this, you will enjoy it, but ultimately you might not do it. Okay, so that's the first reason. Second reason is that this is need of the hour. For companies, it is very easy to decide whether they should actually consider you for interview or not, depending on the type of projects you have done. If you have done some good level of projects, they will prefer you. They will want you to be a part of the company. On the other hand, if you have not done any huge work, if you don't have any open source contributions, if you don't have relevant projects, it's very easy for them to reject you. Because let me tell you, companies look for reasons to reject. It is process of elimination. You only imagine, you are having a job opening and thousands of resumes are there, and you only have to select 2 to 3 people. Won't you be actually having the same mindset, the process of elimination, that let me look for reasons to remove people, right? You will also think the same. So my dear friends, that's exactly what companies are doing. Okay, and gain certifications to strengthen your profiles. I hear this from lots and lots of people, that sir, certification doesn't matter nowadays. Let me tell you, certifications still matter. In fact, they matter more than before, because now, due to the post-COVID era, lots of companies are looking to hire on the basis of skills and not on the basis of college degrees. Okay, so depending on the skill sets, companies are actually offering very good job roles. And that means if your resume is having the relevant skills, if you are having certifications backing those, if you have certifications that actually back your skills, that actually give authenticity to your skills, nothing can beat that. Okay, so certifications are a must. Okay, let me tell you, be it your cloud computing, be it your Python, be it your SQL, be it your NumPy, Pandas, data visualization, be it competitive coding, be it hackathons, certifications are must. They will help you get ahead. Okay, so now let's talk about the third important step, which is networking and referrals. Okay, now the world is moving very fast. Okay, and you know that we all are connected, we all are hyper connected to each other via social networks. Okay, so it is more important than ever, it is very important, more important than ever, to have a good network. In fact, it is very well said in today's world that your network is your net worth. Okay, your network is your net worth. That means the type of people that you are connected with will define how well you can grow in your career. And that's actually true, because if you're connected to the right people, they will help you grow in the right direction. Okay, so on that, we need to connect with professionals in our field, in your field. What does that mean? You have an aim. Let's say you want to join a good software development company at a very good software developer role. So you need to connect with the seniors who are working at those companies, who are actually hiring at that companies, and you need to interact with them. Because the more you connect with professionals that are relevant to you, the more value addition it would be, because they will share their experience with you. Okay. The second most important point here is join LinkedIn groups and attend webinars. It is more important than ever to be active on LinkedIn. If you haven't yet created a LinkedIn profile, or if you're not at all active on LinkedIn, I would ask you to go and actually do it right away. In fact, we have ourselves created a video about how to actually create a very good LinkedIn profile. Okay, so please go and check that out. We have shared all the details about how to do it the best way. Okay, so please go and check. So you should join the relevant LinkedIn groups, because people post job openings over there, and those job openings will give you a direction about where the requirement is, so that you can contribute accordingly. Third is ask for referrals. Okay, ask for referrals from employees in target companies. Target companies in the sense, you are having a certain aim that I want to join Big Four, I want to join top consultancy firms, I want to join the FANG or MANG, if you want to say it, right? So whichever companies you are targeting, try to connect with the relevant people or working professionals who are already part of that company, because that connection will help you, first of all, with the relevant skills that you need. Second, they will guide you about the interview process. And third, they will link you to the relevant people who will help you proceed with your job application. Okay, so it's very, very, very important. I am telling you, it's a must. Okay. Point number 4 is stay active on GitHub, Kaggle, and tech forums. So what is GitHub? You all know it's a repository where you can actually do open source contributions. You can actually make changes or make modifications to the open source libraries. You also have the liberty to create your own projects and share it with the world. Okay, and at the same time, I would ask you to be active on Kaggle. So Kaggle is a platform where you can actually participate in the top AI, machine learning, data analytics related competitions. Okay, and those competitions have very high visibility. That means if you score really good in those competitions, there's a very high chance that you will be hired by the best of the best companies, because very big companies are having their eyes attached to these competition results. Not just that, it will help you publish your own research papers as well. Okay, so lots of advantages of having a good visibility over these platforms, and the profile itself will add a lot of value. So if you go to any interview and if you share your GitHub profile or Kaggle profile with them, they will take you seriously, because they will look at your projects and they will understand that you are not just someone who is putting things on resume. They will realize that you are someone who is speaking from experience. Okay, who is talking about things by first doing about it. Okay, so that is a game changer. Are you getting that? That is a game changer. So make sure that you have contributed to these platforms, and then maintain an active LinkedIn profile and engage with posts. I have told you these many times. LinkedIn is must. Okay, so please have an active profile on LinkedIn. Please have a very active profile on LinkedIn. That doesn't mean that you just need to log in and log out. No, you need to engage with the relevant posts. You need to keep posting about your achievements, whatever work you have done, because that will help the recruiters reach out to you. Okay, it's a game of visibility. The world is moving faster than ever. Gone are those days when your work will speak for itself. No, nowadays you need to showcase your work, and then only you will get across relevant opportunities. Okay, so please do it. In fact, as an example, you can follow some really good people on LinkedIn. Okay, there are lots and lots of people you can follow. Talking about me, I myself follow lots of people on LinkedIn. I myself am aware. I am myself active, very much active on LinkedIn. Okay, I share my thoughts with thousands and thousands of connections. So it adds a lot of value. I myself share lots of value on LinkedIn, and I myself receive lots of guidance and values on LinkedIn. So I am telling you whatever I have tried and tested myself. Okay. Moving ahead, talking about the second most important factor, which is applying for jobs. Because ultimately, unless and until you don't apply the right way, you will not get the right opportunity. Okay. So use job portals like LinkedIn, AngelList, and Indeed. There are lots and lots of job profiles now. Okay. So use a platform where the companies are having high visibility, where the companies are actually posting job openings very much. Okay. So these are some of the platforms that I have mentioned. Okay. Apply directly on company websites. This is also a very well tried and tested way to actually start with the job applications, which is to submit on company's website itself. Okay. Because very few people take this path, and that will help you stand out among the herd. So if there are hundreds of applications on LinkedIn, okay, there will be only tens or 15s of applications on the company website. So you will be having very less competition over here. Okay. Keep track of applications using a spreadsheet. So please maintain a spreadsheet. Okay. So that you can keep a track of the applications. Okay. You can keep a track of the various companies that are hiring, and you can apply to them at the right time or within the deadline. Okay. Make sure about this, because I'm telling you, this is very important. You should not miss the deadline. Okay. It's like you have never went to play and you are expecting to win. That's a very bad situation. So always apply before the deadline. Okay. Keep a reminder. Use a personalized cover letter to stand out. So please don't copy others' cover letter. Please don't copy others' resume. Add your own element to your resume or cover letter, because that will help you stand out among the herd. As I have told multiple times, companies look for people who are having the right skills and having a right visibility, and who are capable to solve the problem that they have. So you have to showcase your own talent, your own strengths, okay, to the company. So please make it a very personalized thing. Don't make it generic. Okay, I am a team worker, I am a hard worker. Everyone will have these skills on their resume. What differentiates you from them? So you should have certain things which are unique to you. Okay. Talking about the fifth important point, which is the interview preparation. Okay. So friends, we ourselves have started our own interview plus, so basically placement plus gate batch. I myself am taking the lectures on interview preparation, placement preparation, coding related preparation. So you can check them out. Okay. And yeah, this is actually a very in demand skill. Okay. Means whatever skills you have, you want to have those skills before you sit for the interviews. Okay. So practice coding on Lead Code, CodeChef, etc. So there are lots of platforms. There is Code Forces, there is CodeChef, there is HackerRank, there is HackerEarth, there is Lead Code, lots of platforms. So it's not about the platform, it's about how much you have practiced. The more you practice, the more types of questions will be in your mind, and the more strategies you will be able to apply in the interview. So practice is the key. Prepare for system design and behavioral questions. Many students miss this. Okay. And these are usually the part of very good companies. They will ask you system design related questions, and they will ask you, my dear friends, the behavioral questions. So if you want to be a part of the company, make sure that you are having these skills on your plate. Okay, because this will help you get ahead. Okay, for behavioral questions, there is a very well prepared list available. You can check it out. Okay, so one question like, tell me something about yourself. Tell me how you have handled a pressurized situation. Okay, tell me what you will do when given a choice between this and that. So such types of questions you need to answer very well. Okay, perfect. Research about the company and its culture. So again, very underrated skill. You need to research very well about the company before you go for the interview, because that shows that you are serious about the position. Lots of students don't practice anything, don't study about the company, directly go and apply, and that is a very bad impression, because that shows that you have not done the hard work. Okay. And last but not the least, mock interviews help in improving confidence. Okay, so appear for as many mock interviews as possible. I'm telling this from my own experience. When I used to prepare for interviews, I used to have lots and lots of mock interviews done, because mock interviews help you understand how you will feel in that particular situation. Okay, and get the mock interviews done in a setting which are very serious, which are very relevant to how the actual interview is going to look like. Okay, so please make sure that you do the interview, and this will help you build your confidence. Okay, because then you will not think, okay, what if this happens, what if that happens. Okay, so you will be able to better handle the stress. So the final tips would be stay consistent and keep learning, my dear friends. Okay, apply to multiple companies without losing motivation. Please don't lose motivation. Okay, you know that you are trying your best, and that's more important. Focus on self-improvement and continuous growth. Okay, you need to have a growth mindset. Even if you don't get selected, at least you have learned so many things, okay, as part of the process. And finally, believe in yourself and keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward, because you should only think of ahead, don't think of behind. Okay, so with this, my dear friends, my name is Aditya Jain, and I hope that this has added a lot of value to you. Keep applying these skills and tell us in the comments how this session has helped you. All the best. Take care.